righty. Looks like no teams to auction off here. We will have one team to auction off in the next one. Here we go. This is break number 1266, the 2020-21 Panini Revolution one box pick your team auction. Would love to see that Prism basketball hobby go. We haven't opened one of those in a while. Might have to run a little disc. We'll definitely run a discount for that by Wednesday if it doesn't go. Love trying to do the Wednesday, the basketball discounts on Wednesday. Tonight we're focused on some baseball. We got some Absolute Baseball and Prism Baseball discounts going right now. We have Carmelo Anthony of the Trailblazers, D'Angelo Russell of the Timberwolves, Kevin Love of the Cavaliers, and then we do have liftoff. That is Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies headed to Kevin. Cool looking card with those colors right there. And then we have Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs going to Christian. Alrighty, we have Andre Drummond of the Cleveland Cavaliers headed to Cynthia, followed by Steven Adams of the New Orleans Pelicans going to Anuza. Then we have a Karis Levert of the Brooklyn Nets going to Christopher, followed up by a Jimmy Butler Astro of the Miami Heat headed to Cynthia, and then a Rookie Revolution, Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs going to Christian. Mr. CEO, correct right there. That is out of 50. The out of 50 cubic Ja Morant. Thank you for that, Mr. CEO. We have Kyle Kuzma of the Lakers, Brook Lopez of the going to Trey, Brook Lopez of the Milwaukee Bucks headed to Steven, Jaylen Brown of the Celtics going to Tiger. Then we have a Cassius Stewart of the Astros, and that is of the Indiana Pacers going to Tyson, followed by a Trey Jones of the San Antonio Spurs headed to Christian. Christian starting off hot with 3 Spurs Rooks cards right there. Lou Williams of the Clippers, Chris Paul of the Suns, Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards. Then we're going to have a little Al Horford Astro of the Thunder, and that is headed to Bryce, followed by a Vortex Kyle Lowry of the Toronto Raptors headed to Todd. 4 packs left in this one. CJ McCollum of the Portland Trailblazers heading to Jordan. Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets going to Zerk, followed by Giannis of the Milwaukee Bucks going to Steven. And then a Paul George, and that is going to be an impact out of 149 of the Los Angeles Clippers headed to Christopher. And then we have a Jameis or Ramsey RC of the Sacramento Kings going to Rob. 3 left. Kristaps Porzingis of the Mavs, Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers, Tim Hardaway Jr. of the Mavs. Then we have an Elijah Hughes Groove RC of the Utah Jazz headed to David, followed up by a Shockwave Revolution Rudy Gobert of the Jazz, also going to David. And we got 2 packs left in this break. Zach LaVine of the Bulls, Kemba Walker of the Celtics, Kelly Oubre Jr. of the Golden State Warriors. We have a Supernova Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks going to Brad. Following that up with a Aleksej Pokusevski RC of the Oklahoma City headed to Bryce. Gordon Hayward of the Hornets. Going to Jack. Followed by Chris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks. Going to Steven. Kyle Lowry of the Toronto Raptors headed to Todd. Followed up by a Kevin Love, and that is a Kevin Love Groove of the Cleveland Cavaliers headed to Cynthia. And then a Vortex Domantas Sabonis of the Indiana Pacers headed to Tyson. What's going on, T-Man? Good to see you. Alrighty, let's run down some of these veterans. We have the Astro Jimmy Butler, the Astro Al Horford, an Impact Paul George out of 149 just to get started. Then we're going with a little bit of another groove, a groove Kevin Love of the Cleveland Cavaliers headed to Cynthia. And then we have a Vortex Domantas Sabonis of the Pacers, Vortex Kyle Lowry of the Raptors, a Shockwave Revolution Rudy Gobert, and a Supernova Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks. And now on to our rookie rundown. We have Aleksej Pokusevski of the Thunder, Elijah Hughes Groove Edition of the Utah Jazz, Jameis Ramsey of the Kings, Trey Jones of the Spurs, Cassius Stewart of the Pacers, a Rookie Revolution Devin Vassell of the Spurs, and then a base Devin Vassell of the Spurs as well. And then our featured card is a Houston. We have a liftoff, and that is a cubic out of 50. That is Mr. Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies going to Kevin. You have not, T-Man. That will be coming up after this next break, which we are going to take a 5-minute break, and then we'll be right back with break 1267.